Okay, so welcome to all of you. In the last two video lectures, we have seen complex number, modulus of the complex number, conjugate of the complex number. Okay, so we have seen the relation among the complex number, its conjugate and its modulus also. Okay, now today we will see what is the exponential form. That is, first we will see what is the polar form first. Okay, so we know that r and theta are the polar coordinates of the Cartesian coordinate x and y. Okay, so x y is the complex number x plus iy. So you know that the complex number is also represented by points, that is x y. Okay, so if you put x is equal to r cos theta, you know that x is equal to r cos theta and y is equal to r sin theta are the polar coordinates of the polar coordinates of the point x y. Okay, so then this complex number z can be written in the polar form this, where r is nothing but, so actually r is nothing but the modulus of the complex number. R is nothing but a modulus of the complex number, and theta, tan theta is in the y by x, the theta is equal to y by x. So theta is called argument of the z. Theta is called argument of the z, and it is denoted by this. Okay, argz like this. The principal value of argument of z is denoted by capital A, you have to write, and it is always lies between minus pi and pi, not including minus pi but including pi. Okay, so argument of z, this is argument, this is not a principal argument now. So we know that the 2 pi is the period, that means what, 2 pi is the period, that means what, so this is the principal value plus twice n pi, so that will be the argument. So n is the integer now, for integer. Okay, so this is the argument of z. Right, and actually there are many values of theta, so that values of theta are called argument of the z. Okay, so each value of theta is called argument of the z, but the principal value, the value which lies between minus pi and pi, including pi but not including minus pi, that is called the principal argument of the complex number. Okay, so if z is negative, then what, you have to take the argument of z as a pi but not a minus pi. Okay, so here z is negative, so it is wrong. Z is negative real number. If z, because complex number is neither positive nor negative now, because it is also, two complex number cannot be comparable also, because they are not a number, they are just points. Okay, so that means what, you cannot write which complex number is smaller, so z1 and z2, which one is greater than equal to, which one is greater than equal to, so that we cannot compare. Two complex number cannot be compared, only real number you can compare. Okay, that means their magnitudes are the modulus means modulus are the real number, so they are the comparable. So z is a negative real number, so that means what, z is a purely real number, that means imaginary part of z is 0. Okay, so then the argument you have to take the pi, don't take that the minus pi. Okay, so now this is the Euler formula, e raised to I theta is equal to cos theta plus I sin theta plus I sin theta. So now your complex number is x plus iy. Okay, easily you can convert, because you have the magnitude, you can find the magnitude of this one, your theta is y by, so you can find theta is, this is what is r cos theta, so you can convert this in the polar form, r sin theta. Okay, so we can take the r common, so this is cos theta plus I sin theta. Okay, so this is z. Okay, so z is equal to r e raised to I theta, e raised to I theta. That means what, every complex number you can express in the form, this is the exponential form of the complex number. So z is equal to r e raised to I theta. Only the crucial part is to find the value of theta now here. Okay, so theta is what, just argument of this. Okay, now so we'll see notes 1. Okay, so if x is greater than 0, y is greater than 0, not equal to 0, y is greater than 0, then then argument of z is equal to tan inverse of y by x, because your x and y, real part and imaginary part, are positive. So this is you should remember this one. If now we will take x is negative, y is greater than 0, then argument of z is equal to, the argument of z is equal to pi minus tan inverse of y upon mod x. You have to take the mod x now. Okay. Now third one, there are four possibilities. What? X and y are positive. X is negative, y is positive. X is positive, y is negative, and both are the negative. Okay. So if x is now here the negative, I have taken greater than 0. We'll take y as negative. Okay. Then argument of z is minus, just you have to take the minus y by x. And fourth condition is what? If x is less than 0, y is less than 0, then argument of z is minus pi plus tan inverse of, we can write here y by, no problem, because what? Both are the negative, so negative become positive now. Okay. So you should remember this. Okay. So now we'll see some examples to find the argument of the complex number, or we'll express the complex number in the polar form. Okay. So you should remember this one. Okay. For example, we'll see examples. So suppose we have complex number 1, and we have to write in the polar form now. Okay. So now your z is equal to, see, your z is equal to 1. So mod z is equal to what? 1. Root of x square plus y square is 1. Okay. So your theta is equal to what? Tan inverse of y by x. Your y is 0. Because we can write this is what? 0i. Okay. So y is 0 upon 1. So tan inverse of 0. So we know that tan inverse of tan inverse of 0 is 0. No problem here. 0. Tan inverse of 0 is 0. So we can write 1 as what? Cos 0 plus I sin 0. Okay. We'll write this is minus 1 now. Okay. So how to write the minus 1 then? Suppose this is minus 1, then this is minus 1, minus 1. Your mod is 1 now. Okay. Now see, this is what? Minus 1. That means x is negative. We don't have the y now, so we don't have the y. Okay. So this is what is minus 1. But you have to write minus 1. That means this is what? Cos pi. Cos pi plus I sin pi. So what? So see, if z is a negative real number, then your argument is what? Pi, not minus pi. So that means what here? This is minus 1 actually. This is tan inverse. So y is 0 now, but tan inverse of minus 1. So this will not pi then, right? So that means what here? It is negative now. Z is a negative real number. So you have to take the argument this as a pi. Okay. So now then we'll write for I now. How you can write this is pi? So I can write this is what? Cos pi by 2 is 0 now. Plus I sin pi by 2. You know that sin pi by 2 is 1. Now see, if you put here cos 0 is 0, cos 0 is 1, I sin 0 is 0. So 1 plus r 0, that means this is 1 now. So cos pi is minus 1, sin pi is 0. So this is this. Okay. So for I, what happened for I? See here, for I, this is what? 0 plus I. That means your x is 0, y is 1 now. X is 0, y is 1. Okay. So that means your mod z is what? Root of x square plus y square. So root of 1. Modulus is always positive. So we are taking this as 1. Okay. So tan inverse of y by x. So this is tan inverse of infinity now. This is tan inverse of infinity. And tan inverse of infinity is pi by 2. Tan inverse of infinity is pi by 2. Okay. So also we can judge the complex number like this. Where it is now. So whatever one 1 is here now, here 1 is here, 1 0, 1 is 0, right? So the angle with x axis is 0 now, so therefore theta is your 0 now, right? So now minus 1, so minus 1 is here now, minus 1 0 minus 1, oh minus 1 0, because your y is 0, that means it is on, oh minus 1 here now, minus 1 here, okay, not here. So minus 1, this point is what? Minus 1 0. Okay, so minus 1 0. The angle with the positive x axis is what? Pi. Angle, this is pi. See, this is pi. Okay, now I is the complex number. So this is what? 0 1 0 1, right? So that means angle with the positive x axis is pi by 2. So we have taken this as pi by 2. Okay, so now minus I. Minus I. Now see, this will be your minus I. This is what? 0 minus 1. You will be here now. Okay, so now but your argument is lies between minus pi and pi. So if you are saying that this is 3 pi by 2, so if you are taking this as clockwise direction, this will be 3 pi by 2, and this pi by 2, 3 pi by 2 is not lies between minus pi and pi. So you have to take the clockwise rotation. So this is minus pi by 2. So this is what? Cos of minus pi by 2 plus I sin minus pi by 2. So that means your argument is minus pi by 2. Argument is what? Minus pi by 2. Okay, so these are this. So for okay, now 1 plus I, 1 plus I, 1 minus I, minus 1 plus I, minus 1 minus I. We have to write the value of this one. Okay. So now this we can write. This we can write. Your R is 1 now. So e raised to R is 1. Okay, R is 1. So this is e raised to I 0 now. Okay. So now this is what then? This is e raised to I pi. This is e raised to I pi. In exponential form you can write. This is nothing but e raised to I pi by 2. And this is e raised to minus I pi by 2. Okay. So in terms of exponential form we can write this. Okay. Now 1 plus I. For 1 plus I. Now see. So your z is equal to 1 plus I. X is 1, y is 1. So your r is what? Root of x square plus y square means this is root 2. Your theta, both are positive. This is tan inverse of 1 upon 1. So this is tan inverse of 1 upon 1 is 1. Okay. So you know that tan pi by 4 is 1. So this is pi by 4. And pi by 4. So 1 1. So 1 1, that means you are in the first quadrant. Your angle should be in the first quadrant because your complex number is in the first quadrant. So your angle should be in the first quadrant. Okay. So for first and this you have to take this one, this rotation. For third quadrant you have to take the clockwise rotation. Right. So if your point is on in first quadrant and second quadrant, then you have to take the value lies between 0 and pi. Then this will be 0 minus pi and 0. You have to take. You have to take the clockwise rotation if your point is in the third quadrant or fourth quadrant. Okay. So now this is in the first quadrant. So your r is what? Your r is root 2. Your r is root 2, and your theta is what? Pi by 4. Right. So that means you can write this is what? Root 2 cos pi by 4 plus I sin pi by 4. Just verify this whether we are correct or not. You know that cos pi by 4 is 1 by root 2, sin pi by 4 is also 1 by root 2. If you multiply this root 2, then root 2 get cancelled. So this is 1 plus I. So we get 1 plus I. Okay. Now, again see that your z is what? 1 minus I. So your x is 1 and y is minus 1. And y is minus 1. So what is your modulus of z? Modulus of z, a root of x square plus y square. Your x square is 1, y square is 1, 1 plus 1 is 2. So this is root 2. Okay. So now your theta, so theta is what? Tan inverse of y by x. But your what? Y is negative. Y is negative. So that means this is what? Minus mod of y, mod of minus 1 upon 1. So this is minus tan inverse of 1. And tan inverse of 1 is pi by 4. So this is minus pi by 4. See, where is your point? Your 1 minus I. That means 1 minus I. Where is this? This is what? This is your 1. This is minus 1. This is 1. So your point is in the fourth quadrant. Your point is the fourth quadrant. So you have to take this rotation, right? So that means your angle is also in the fourth quadrant. So minus pi by 4 is in the so we can write this as what? Root 2 e raised to minus I pi by 4. So this is what? Root 2 cos minus pi by 4 plus I sin minus pi by 4. Minus pi by 4. Okay. So this is the principal value of the argument actually we have taken. Okay. So now we'll go for next one. So minus 1 plus I. Your x is what? Your x is minus 1. Y is 1. Your x is minus 1. Y is 1. Right? So that means mod z is again the root 2. Mod z is again root 2. Right? So theta. So what is theta here? Theta, your x is negative. See, x is negative, y is positive. Then the argument is what? Pi minus. So this is what? Pi minus tan inverse of. You have to take both the positive value. 1 upon 1. Right? So here what? You have to take a positive values. You have to take the modulus of each x and y. Right? So tan inverse of 1 now here. So pi minus pi by 4. Pi minus pi by 4. So pi minus pi by 4. This is pi minus pi by 4. So this is what? 4. So 3 pi by 4. So 3 pi by 4. Okay. So where you are? 3 pi by 4. So it is in the second quadrant. See, 3 pi by 4 is in the second quadrant. See, where is 3 pi by 4? 3 pi by 4 means what? 45 plus 45, 90, 135. 135 is in the third quadrant, right? And in the second quadrant. Okay. So that means you are also this minus 1. Minus 1 is here. Minus 1. That means it is your complex number in the second quadrant. Your angle should be in the second quadrant. Okay. So this is what then 3 pi by 4. So this is root 2 e raised to I 3 pi by 4. So we can write in the polar form like this. So cos of 3 pi by 4 plus I sin 3 pi by 4. Okay. Now both are the negative now. So your x is minus 1, y is minus 1. Your modulus is root 2 now, no problem here. So then tan inverse of, okay, your theta. So theta is equal. Now both are the negative. See, if x is less than 0, y less than 0, your argument is what? Minus pi, right, plus tan inverse of. You have to take both the positive value. 1 upon 1 is 1 now. This is 1. So we know that tan inverse of 1 is pi by 4 because tan pi by 4 is this. Okay. So this is what? Minus 4. So minus 3 pi by 4. Minus 3 pi by 4. It is in the third quadrant. See. So your minus 1 here. Your minus 1 is here. Minus 1. That means your point is in the third quadrant. So your angle is also third quadrant. So but you have to take this rotation now. Okay. So that means what? Minus 3 pi by 4. So this is what? Root 2 e raised to minus I 3 pi by 4. So we can write this is what? Cos of minus 3 pi by 4 plus I sin minus 3 pi by 4. Okay. So in this way we can find argument, your principal, these are the principal argument. Okay. So if you want to write the argument, in terms of argument, you may add this is what? Twice n pi. Or you may add twice pi, 4 pi, even times pi you can add. Okay. No problem for this one. Okay. So but that will be the argument then. Okay. That will be the argument. Here we have taken only the principal values of the argument. Okay. So we take a problem so that you will understand. Now here what you understand is how to find a principal argument of this one. Okay. So we take problem. Okay. Find. Okay. So we take here now. Find the principal argument of the following complex number. Okay, so 1, z is equal to I upon minus 2 minus twice I. Second, root 3 minus I to the power 6. Okay, so we'll go solution. Solution. Z is equal to I upon, I will take minus 2 common now here. Okay, so minus 2 common. So 1 plus I now. 1 plus I. So you have to remove this 1 plus I. That means you have to multiply by complex conjugate of this one. Okay, complex conjugate of this one. So what here? So I minus I square become plus 1 upon minus 2 into 1 square minus I square. Okay, so 1 square, that is 1 minus I square. Okay, so this is what? 1 plus I upon. So I square is minus 1. So this is minus 2 or minus 4 now. So this is minus 1 by 4 minus 1 by 4 I. So this is minus 1 by 4 minus 1 by 4 I. Okay. So now your z, mod z is equal to, so mod z is equal to what? Root of 1 by 16 plus 1 by 16. So this is what? 2 into 1 by 16. So this is 1 by 4 root 2. 1 by 4 root 2. Okay. So this is your modulus of z. Now your theta. Now theta is what? Both are the negative. Right? So theta is what? Then minus pi plus tan inverse of 1 by 4 upon 1 by 4. So this is 1. So minus pi by 4 plus 3 pi by plus pi by 4. So this is minus 3 by 4. So what you want? The principal argument. Therefore what? Argument of z is equal to minus 3 pi by 4. Only this is very simple. Actually we don't need the argument. We don't need the modulus. So here what we also did, the modulus of the complex number also. Okay. Okay. Now we'll go for second one now. Actually, we can use this also. What? Argument of z upon z2 is same as argument of z1 minus argument of z2. This formula also you can use. Now see here. This is z is equal to I upon minus 2 minus twice I. Okay. So this is your z1 and this is your z2. So what is argument of z1? This is I. Means what? This is x is 0. So this is y is positive now here. So I is what then? Pi cos pi. So is cos pi plus I pi by 2. So pi by 2. This is what? Argument of z1 is pi by 2. Because what? Cos pi by 2 is 0 plus I sin pi by 2. So this is pi by 2. Just we have seen this one. Now your argument of z2 now. So both are the negative now. So this is what? Minus pi tan inverse of 1. So tan inverse of 1 is pi by 4. So this is what? 3 pi by 4. Minus 3 pi by 4. Then this is argument of okay. So now argument of z is what? Pi by 2 minus 3 pi by 4. So this is what? Pi by 2 minus become plus now 3 pi by 4. So this is what then? So you have to multiply by 2. So this is 5 pi by 4. So 5 pi by 4 is what? It is not, it is the beyond pi. It is beyond pi. That means what? You have to subtract, you have to find, this is the argument. You have to find the principal argument. That means you have to find argument of z, capital A. Right? So it is what? The capital A. So what here? So where you are? So you are here now. So you are in the third quadrant, this rotation. Right? So what you have to? You have to subtract this from 2 pi now. So subtract this 2 pi from this. So 5 pi by 4 minus 2 pi. So this is what? Minus 3 pi by 4. So subtract it from 2 pi. So this. It is better to simplify this. It is better to simplify this, right? So here what? Here what? So argument of z is what? Minus 5 pi by 4. So what you have to do? 5 pi minus, if you take pi minus, so this will not work then. Okay, it will not work then, right? Or minus pi, it will also not work. So you should subtract 2 pi from this one, so that the value lies between minus pi and pi. Okay, so it is better to simplify this one. So we have also, one note. This note also you can follow. So we have also this what? Argument of z to the power n. Argument of, so see, we have the formula, so that we can apply that formula instead of expanding this. So n into argument of z. Argument of z. Okay. So now your z is solution. Okay. So we know that this your z is what? Root 3 plus I. Root 3 plus I. Okay. We'll take the power 6. We'll multiply by 6 then. Okay. So now we don't want, this is what? Minus I. This is minus I. Okay. So your theta is what? Tan, but your y is negative. See, y is negative, x is positive. This is minus now, just minus. This is minus. Okay. Tan inverse of y by x. So your y is 1. You have to take the modulus of this one. And root 3. Root 3. So what is tan root 3? So you know that. So tan 30. So which value you have to take? So pi by 6. See, sin pi by 6 and cos pi by 6. Sin pi by 6 means 30. So sin 30 is half, and this is what? Root 3 by 2. Right? So now this is what? Tan pi by 6. So 1 upon this is what? 1 by root 3. So that means what here? Minus pi by 6. This is what? Minus pi by 6. Minus pi by 6. But argument of z to the power n, z to the power 6 down here. Okay. So set to 6 into minus pi by 6. So this is minus pi. It will what? Minus pi. But this is not a principal value. This is not a principal value. So the principal value you have to take. So you have to add 2 pi now. So argument of z to the power 6 is minus pi plus twice pi is pi now. Because what? The principal value lies between minus pi and plus pi. Including pi but not including minus pi. So this is minus pi. It is the argument, no problem. Okay? Argument may be anything now. But your principal value should be the minus pi. Lies between minus pi and pi, including pi but not including minus pi. So it will not a principal value. So therefore we added this 2 pi here. So we get a argument of principal argument as a pi now. Okay. So I hope that you understand this one, how to find the argument of the complex number, how to find the principal argument of the complex number. Okay. So you have to manage your argument lies between my principal argument which lies between the value of theta which lies between minus pi and pi, including pi but not including minus pi. Okay. So see these are these notes, these 4 important points for to find the argument of z. You should remember this one. Okay. So if you remember this one, easily you can find the argument of the complex number. Okay. So take care of this one. Now theorem. Okay. So if Z1 and Z2 are two complex numbers. So we'll say two non-zero complex numbers. Then 1 modulus of Z1 Z2 is same as mod of Z1 mod of Z2, and argument of Z1 Z2 is same as argument of Z1 plus argument of Z2. Okay. Second, mod of Z1 upon Z2 is same as mod of Z1 upon mod of Z2, and argument of Z1 upon Z2 is same as argument of Z1 argument of Z2. We have to prove this one. Okay. So solution of this is theorem. Okay. This is theorem. Okay. So we take the proof of this one. Okay. So let Z1 is equal to R1 e raised to I theta 1 e raised to I theta 1. So that is what? So Z2 is equal to R2 e raised to I theta 2. That is what? Modulus of Z1 is equal to R1. Modulus of Z2 is equal to R2. Argument of Z1 is equal to theta 1. Argument of Z2 is equal to theta 2. Okay. So now we'll do the first one now. So see here Z1 Z2. First we'll find Z1 Z2. Then we'll go to modulus of this one. So now this is what then? R1 e raised to I theta 1 into R raised to e raised to I theta 2. So this is what? R1 R2. This is R1 R2. And this is what? E raised to I theta 1 plus theta 2. Right? So what is this? Therefore, mod of Z1 Z2 is same as what? R1 R2. Is same as R1 R2. But what is R1? R1 is mod of Z1. R1 is mod of Z1. What is R2? Is mod of Z2. So mod of Z1 Z2 is same as mod of Z1 into mod of Z2. So now argument of Z1 Z2 is same as what? Theta 1 plus theta 2. This is the complex number. It is expressed in the form R e raised to I theta. So whatever the coefficient of I in the power of e, so that will be your argument, and whatever the coefficient of e raised to I theta, that will be your modulus of the complex number. So modulus of this is Z1 Z2, right? So modulus of Z1 Z2 is R1 R2. But what is R1? Mod of Z1. What is R2? Is mod of Z2. Okay. So argument of Z1 Z2 is the coefficient of I in the power of e. So that is what? Theta 1 plus theta 2. But what is theta 1? So theta is what? Argument of Z1. Argument of Z1 plus argument of Z2. Right? Easily we have proved this one. Okay. Now we'll do for second one now. We'll do for the second one. Do for second one. So second one. Okay. So now Z1 upon Z2. This is what? R1 e raised to I theta 1. R2 e raised to I theta 2. So we can write this is R1 upon R2. Okay. So e raised to I theta 1 minus I theta 2. I can take I common. So this is theta 1 minus theta 2. Okay. So now this is Z1 Z2. Z1 upon Z2 is expressed as R1 upon R2 into this. So this is of the form R e raised to I theta. Your R is what? R1 upon R2. What is your theta? Theta 1 minus theta 2. So your R is nothing but the modulus of this, right? So therefore what? Mod of Z1 upon Z2 is same as R1 upon R2 is same as mod of Z1. Your R1 is what? Mod of Z1 R2, right? Argument of Z1 upon Z2 is same as what? Theta 1 minus theta 2. So this is what? Argument of Z1 minus argument of Z2, right? So we have proved. This is very easily we have proved with the help of the exponential form. So if you are not applying exponential form, if by the polar form it is very difficult. You have to rationalize the denominator, right? So this is very easy now. So that means if you write in the exponential form, then this theorem is very easy. But if you write in the polar form, then this is not easy. You cannot prove this is easily now. You have to do some calculations for it. You have to take the efforts on this. Okay. So easily you cannot prove this one. Easily we can prove with the help of the exponential form. So see, the exponential form is powerful. Okay. So now we'll go for next one. show that mod of Z1 plus Z2 is equal to mod of Z1 plus mod of Z2. Show that if mod of Z1 plus Z2 is equal to mod of Z1, then argument of Z1 is equal to argument of Z2. Argument of Z2. Solution. Given that mod of Z1 plus Z2 is equal to mod of Z1 plus mod of Z2. Mod of Z2. We will take the square on this side. Okay. So mod of Z1 Z2 square is equal to mod of Z1 plus mod of Z2 square. Okay. So now this is what then? This is what Z1 plus Z2 into Z1 bar plus Z2 bar. So this is nothing but mod of Z1 square plus mod of Z2 square plus 2 times mod of Z1 mod of Z2. 2 times mod of Z1 Z2. So this is what in Z1 bar plus Z1 Z2 bar plus Z1 bar Z2 plus Z2 bar. This is nothing but what? Z1 bar plus Z2 bar plus 2 times mod of Z1 mod of Z2. Okay. So this get cancelled. This get cancelled. So this will what then? I can write this get cancelled. See this. They are equal. Both the sides, their size is same and this, so they get cancelled. So what we get? I can write this is what? Z1 Z2 bar plus Z1 Z2 bar of bar is same as 2 times mod of Z1 mod of Z2. Right? So this is what? 2 times real part of Z1 Z2 bar is equal to 2 times Z1 Z2. Right? So this is what? 2 get cancelled. This is real part of Z1 Z2 bar is same as mod of Z1 mod of Z2 mod of Z2. Right? So this is same as mod of Z1 mod of Z2 bar cos of theta 1 minus theta 2 mod of Z1 mod of Z2. Okay. So now mod of this is what? Mod of Z1 mod of Z2. So cos of theta 1 minus theta 2 is equal to mod of Z1 mod of Z2. So mod of Z1 Z2, because we know that mod of Z is same as mod of Z1, so get cancelled. So this is what? Cos of theta 1 minus theta 2 is equal to 1. This is equal to 1. So this implies that theta 1 minus theta 2 is equal to 0. This implies that argument of Z1, this implies that theta 1 is equal to theta 2. Argument of Z1 is equal to argument of Z2. That we want. Okay. So write this term. Okay. Z1 Z2 bar is what? Cos theta 1 minus theta 2. Remember this term now here. Okay. So this step you should remember this. Real part of Z1 Z2 bar is this. Okay. Remember this. We can verify this. Okay. We can verify this whether this is correct or not. Okay. So this is this is correct now. Okay. So this is over. Next. Find loci of the point Z satisfying the condition argument of z minus 1 z plus 1 is equal to 5 by 3 okay. Solution. So you have to find locus in terms of x and y, you have to find, okay. So that the argument is what is same as 5 by 3. So first we will find z minus 1 upon z plus 1. So this is what z plus 1. So I can write this is x plus iy. We have to write this in terms of x and y, okay. So we'll express this argument of z minus 1 upon z plus 1 in terms of x and y now, okay. So upon x plus iy plus 1. So we can write this what x plus okay, x plus I y minus 1 upon x plus I y plus 1. We have to multiply and divide by this x into x plus x minus. So this should be x minus I y plus 1 upon x minus I y plus 1. Okay, we'll multiply this. We'll express this complex number in the form of a plus ib. Okay, so we'll do this multiplication. This is what x square minus I xy plus x. I have multiplied by this. Okay, so then I multiply this by I now. So you have to multiply this. This is what xy minus x now. Then I minus I square. So minus I square is plus I square. Then this is what y square minus 1. Y minus 1 into y plus 1 is y square minus 1, right? So this becomes plus because this is negative, but I square is minus, so this becomes plus. You have to take the care now everywhere, okay? So now this is conjugate. This is x square plus y plus 1 bracket square. Okay, so now we'll collect the real part and we'll collect the imaginary part. We'll collect the real part and imaginary part. So real part is what? X square plus y square minus 1. Okay, minus okay, we'll collect the minus. This is what? Xy plus x plus xy minus x now upon we'll keep this as it is now, y plus 1 square. Okay, so this is what then? X square plus y square minus 1 minus I twice xy. Okay, so twice xy upon x square plus y plus 1 bracket square. Okay, so now argument of z minus 1 upon z plus 1 is 5 by 3. So this is what then? Tan inverse of see here, if you separate this one, both the denominators are same. For denominator of y and for denominator, both are the same. So we are not taking care of this one. Okay, so this will be what then? Oh, here we made mistake now. Here we made mistake. This is not I, this is 1 now. This is 1. So this is what then? X minus 1 plus IY and x plus 1 plus IY. You have to multiply this is what? X plus 1 minus IY. X plus 1 minus IY. Okay. Now this is correct. Because what we have considered this as I now. By mistake. Okay, so now we'll do the multiplication. So we'll multiply this. This is what then? X square minus 1. Okay, so minus I into, so I will multiply this what? Xy minus y. Okay, then I will multiply by I now, IY now. I multiply this is what? Xy plus y. Then the square of this one become plus, so this is y square upon this is what? X plus 1 bracket square plus y square. Okay, so now we will collect the real part. We will collect the real part now. This is what? X square plus y square minus 1 upon, I will keep this as it is now. Okay. So now, if you collect I now, I will collect I times this term first. Xy plus y minus xy plus y upon x plus 1 square plus y square. No need this. Okay. No need this. Okay. So now I will write direct argument of this one. Argument of z minus 1 upon z plus 1 is equal to what? Pi by 3. Is equal to pi by 3. So this is tan inverse of imaginary part. Your imaginary part is what? Xy get cancelled. Imaginary part is twice y. Okay. So twice y upon this. But imaginary part is also upon. Both the numerator both the denominators of the real and imaginary part are same. So we take only the numerators of the this. Okay. So this is what then x square plus y square minus 1 is equal to pi by 3. Is equal to pi by 3. So twice y upon x square plus y square minus 1. So tan pi by 3. So tan 60 now this is. So cos 60 is half. Cos 60 is half upon root 3 by 2. So 1 by root 3. This is what? 1 by root 3. Is it root 3 by 2? This is pi by 3. Okay. And tan pi by 3 is not 1 by root 3. It is root 3 now. Because what? Now see. Pi by 6 now. Suppose this is 60. This is 30. Okay. Suppose this is 2. Okay. Opposite side of angle 30 is half of this one. So this will be root 3. Tan 60. Tan 60 is what? Opposite side upon hypotenuse. Opposite side upon adjacent side. So this is root 3. So root 3 now this. So twice pi is equal to root 3 into x square plus y square minus 1. This is the required locus of the point Z. This is the required locus. This is the required locus. Root 3. Okay. So we can write this as we can write this what? X square plus y square. X square plus y square. I will divide by this root 2, right? 2 by root 3. Y is equal to x square plus y square minus 1. I will shift all the side to that side. X square plus y square minus 2 by root 3 y plus 1 is equal to 0. Plus 1 is equal to 0. So now this is the circle. This is the circle. This is a circle. So if you are not able to write this is a circle or this is parabola, hyperbola, you know that this is the second degree equation, right? This is the second degree equation such a way that the product term is absent. And coefficient of x square and y square are same. So that means this is a circle whose center is So there is no first degree term in x. So x coordinate is 0. Then what? Minus. So this is what? 2. You have to multiply by half to the coefficient of y, and you have to change the sign of that one. So this is 1 by root 3. Okay. So now radius. How to find the radius of the circle? Take the sum of the squares of this one. Okay. So this is 3. Minus. So this is minus 1. So this is what? Minus 2 by 3. Minus 2 by plus d. So plus d. Okay. So this is what? 4 by 3. So now this is what then? Root 4 by 3. That is 2 by root 3. 2 by root 3. So this is what. So if you are not able to write it, just write this is the required locus. Okay. Just write this is the required locus. Next. if z is equal to 7 minus 7 root 3 I minus 1 minus I, then find mod z, argument of z, principal argument of z, argument of z bar, argument of minus z, argument of minus z. Okay, solution given that z is equal to 7 minus 7 root 3 I minus 1 minus I. Okay, so let z1 is equal to 7 minus 7 root 3 I, z2 is equal to minus 1 minus I. It is also better to multiply this. Okay, so if you are not able to find z2, z1, z2 for addition, it becomes complicated. So according to me, it is better to take the to simplify this in terms of a plus ib. It is better to do this one. Now this is why easily you can take the product this one. So you can apply this z1, z2. Okay, so we'll solve in the both way so that you will understand this one. Okay, so first we will solve with this. Okay, so now what you want, argument modulus of z. Okay, so modulus of z1 is 7 what, root of 7 square is 49 plus 49 into 3 is 49 into 3. If you take 49 common, so this is 7, this is 1 plus 3 is 4, so this is 2, so this is 14, this is 14. Okay, so mod of z is root of 14, is 14. Okay, now mod of z2 is what, root 2, mod of z2 is root 2. So mod of z is 7 what, mod of z1, mod of z2, so this is what, root 2 into 14, right? So 14 root 2, this is what, 14 root 2, 14 root 2, this is 14 root 2. Okay, so this part is over now. Now we want argument of z now. Okay, so first we will find argument of z1 now, argument of z1. So argument of z1 is what, argument of z1. So argument of z1, so this is your z1. Okay, so your x is positive, y is negative. So then this is what, minus tan inverse of 7 upon 7 root 3. So this is minus tan inverse of 1 by root 3. Now see, value of this is, it is 60 now. Okay, so we try for this what, 60, 30. So this is what, 2. Then opposite side of angle is 1, and this is what, root 3. Okay, so tan 30 will take. Tan 30 is what, opposite side upon adjacent side. So this is 1 by root 3. So this is 30. So 30 means pi by 6 now. This is minus pi by 6. So your argument of this is what, minus pi by 6. Argument of that. Oh, we have written this like this. Okay, 7 by 7 root 3. This is okay. This is correct now. Okay, y by x. So y. What is your y? It is 7 root 3 upon 7. This is root 3. This is what, root 3. So this is what, pi by 3 now. This is pi by 3. It's pi by 3. Okay, argument of z2. Argument of z2. Both are the minus now. Both are the minus. So both are the minus. Then this is what, both are the minus. Okay, so we'll check this is what. Here what, in the first one, your y is negative. For y is negative, what is the formula? If y is negative, and here what, y is negative and x is positive. Y is negative and x is positive. So this is okay, this is correct. And if both are the negative, then this is minus pi. minus 5 plus tan inverse of y by x. So y by x, both are negative now here, but so this is 1 now. So minus 5 plus pi by 4, minus 5 plus pi by 4. So this is minus 3 pi by 4, minus 3 pi by 4. And what you want? Argument of z. So argument of z is same as argument of z1 plus argument of z2. So argument of z plus argument of z2 is what? Minus pi by 3, minus 3 pi by 4, minus pi by 4. So this will be what then? So this is what, multiply by 4 and this. So this is what, 4 pi plus 9 pi. 4 pi plus 9 pi is minus 13 pi. Okay. So minus 13 pi upon 12. But this is the beyond us, this. So that means what you have to write. You have to add pi, not pi. You have to add 2 pi. Add 2 pi now. Okay. So argument of z is what? Minus 13 pi by 12 plus 2 pi. So 24 minus 13 is 11. So 11 pi by 4 plus I can write 2k pi now for argument. Okay. Now, so you want argument of z now. So argument of z will be your, now this is 11 pi by, this is pi, 11 pi by 12. 11 pi by 12. 11 pi by 12. Okay, so similarly you can find argument of z bar and argument of minus z. Okay, so that is exercise to you. I hope that you understand this. Okay, so how to find the argument of the complex number. So now we will talk here. Okay.